Guys, it's Fonzie with DipYourCar.com. We got a huge video for you today. We used to sell the gunmetal wheel kits in the quart cans with the Proval sprayers. They worked really good, but eventually we wanted to move over to the spray cans. And finally we can say we have the gunmetal gray in the spray cans. They work awesome. So what we're going to do with them, we obviously want to show you what the gunmetal gray looks like. My S4 has had black wheels for over 2 years. I've been kind of waiting for a reason to change it up. This is a good enough reason. I really want to try it out and I want to do it on a good project. So we've stripped off the black on the S4 wheels. We're going to do gunmetal gray and try out the new color. And we're also going to work through the process. I'm going to have Hooper actually mask off the brakes with the bag routine. We're going to go through the spraying as well. A little bit of a tutorial, but really just to document and show you how the gunmetal gray works. So, Fonzie from Dip Your Car, enjoy the video. Guys, these are the wheels that I have on my S4. Now, it's going to be a really interesting test for the gunmetal gray because we've got black on here and we've also got this brushed aluminum. So we'll get to see how it covers on something like black and also something light like the aluminum. I'm thinking at least 3, 4, maybe even 5 coats depending on how long it takes to get the black done. And it's going to be really interesting because these are a pain in the butt to dip. Actually, you've got some really deep grooves in here and some deep grooves here as well. So making sure that we don't get any buildup in these little alleys here, as well as getting good coverage down each one of the spokes. So we're going to have Hooper go ahead and show you how to mask off the brakes like usual, and they've already been taken care of and cleaned. We gave them an alcohol bath. We also use that degreaser that we use on wheels, and they're nice and clean. They had dip on them for so long, so we'll take it step by step through the video.
Hey guys, I just broke down the bag. I'm going to start masking off the rotors so we don't get any dip on the rotors. And if you have trouble getting the bag around the rotor, I like to use a stick. Just work the bag all the way around. Make sure you don't have the bag touching the back of the rim so the dip doesn't stick to the bag. So when you go to remove the bag, it doesn't rip.
Guys, the wheels are prepped, they're bagged, they're ready to go. So we shook up the gunmetal really well, and we're just going to apply it just like any other color. Nice and smooth. Just focus on one surface area at a time. Now these wheels, like I said, they have this really deep valley in here. And what you don't want to do is try to get perfect coverage on the front face and inside the valley all in one coat, because what you're going to end up doing is you're going to get a lot of buildup in certain areas. And once it pools up and gets uneven, you can't really go back from there. So the first coat, I'm going to focus on the front faces here and in between. Okay guys, the first coat is dry, and what we did, like I said, is we focused on that front face. Now we're going to go in for the second coat, and I'm going to focus on the inner sides of the spoke. And I'm just going to go up and down, and then sweep through the middle. Now remember, whenever you dip a car with the wheels still on the car, you're always going to rotate the wheel back and forth, and that's why we never actually tape the bags together. We leave them kind of loose because when we rotate the car back, 60 degrees at a time to make sure we get all the spokes, you don't want the bags to be too tight around the brake calipers or anything like that. Okay guys, this is 4 coats of the gunmetal, and what I'm going to do is just throw 1 or 2 coats of gloss on it just to finish up the wheels. Guys, this is 4 coats of the gunmetal gray on the wheel, and what we're going to do now is start breaking the wheels down. The first thing is we're going to remove the dip from the outside of the wheel, and it's going to peel off the majority of the tire. Now there's going to be a little bit left over, but we can always just buff that off with a microfiber. Guys, this is 4 coats of the gunmetal gray Plasti Dip in the spray can, as well as 2 coats of the glossifier. Really happy with the way that the shade came out. It's definitely darker than a primer, but it's not too dark to maybe get confused with black. So it's going to look a little bit different with the shop lights here. It looks a little bit brighter. Actually, in the daylight, it's a little darker than this. But you guys, you'll see more pictures come along the way. You guys can play with it and experiment as you usually do. The Gunmetal Gray Plasti Dip, as well as everything else, is available at DipYourCar.com. Fonzie at Dip Your Car. We got some cool videos coming, so stay tuned.